Tyler from Youthbound is here. What's up, brother? How are you? Thanks for
Yo,
coming by.
how's it going?
Dude, it couldn't get any better, honestly. But we have a lot to talk about because I would technically say you've released a couple other EPs, but your sophomore album, Keepsakes and Reminders, will be out November 5th, and I can only imagine how you feel about that because it's like right around the corner.
I know, man. It's been a really long time coming because some of these songs too, I've had in the bank since like 2017, near the end of 2017, and
Wow.
yeah, I've even like the song Scavenger that I just put out, like that was written pretty close to after like I put out the last record of Letters to Our Former Selves, and I've seen a few people be like, oh, it kind of gives me the same vibes, and it should, because it was written pretty close to that same time. It has that kind of vibe, and it's just been so exciting having this finally come out because I've just been waiting for so long for
Oh,
people to
I
hear
can
it.
only imagine. Scavenger's aggressive too, and I love it. So it's
Yeah,
like, you know,
I, I thought that it would be a good first single to kind of showcase the album, just so I don't know, because there's a few other tracks on the record that are, I don't know, I tried to do different kind of, it still sounds like Youth Fountain but maybe like a little poppier, or a
okay.
little like, then there's some faster songs, there's some more softer songs, but I didn't want to be too jarring, and I wanted to release something that's just like, it's like the, to me that's the most like original OG Youth Fountain song on this record that's coming out, to me at least.
Yeah, do you have a song that's gonna be a breakthrough song? Like, if it means a lot to you, like, is that
Um,
song on there?
yeah, I mean, it's not a single. There's one song that's probably, there's two songs that I think are gonna do well not as singles. There's a song called Jinxed that's kind of softer, a little bit more like a State Champsy kind of vibe, maybe like it's kind of, I don't know. To me, it kind of reminds me of like what's the band called? I can't think of the band right now. It'll probably come to me later. But it's just like a really early 2000s kind of like a ballad song, and I really like it. The lyrics mean a lot to me, and also another kind of slow song called Dark Gray. Those are not going to be singles, but I think they're gonna. I think they'll be like a fan favorite off the record. I've shown other people, and they're like, yeah, I really like these songs a lot.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, well, when I go through the comments like on YouTube and such, and like anything through social media of your personal or youth fountains, like the audience and the fan group that you have like really are stoked to hear this out, especially because there are a lot of roots coming from your previous album into this one too. So it's
Yeah,
like, and fans always, oh well, they changed, they're not the same and stuff, and like everybody has
yeah,
their opinion, but I think like with how you're going about releasing this record, it's really going to be a little more diverse than your previous one, but you're still keeping the same sound in a sense because these songs are a little bit around the same
yeah,
time that you wrote
yeah.
the other album.
There's even a couple riffs that I had that I've made into songs that I wrote before I even did the first record. So like there's some old songs I had in the bank for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's exciting too. But like it still definitely to me sounds like the band, but I don't know. I went with like an actual producer this time, an engineer that helped kind of like shape the songs to sound a little better than the last record, because I just did the last record by myself on my laptop. So like I just did the best I could. But now like with
Props
the
to
with
you.
yeah, and then with like a actual budget, I was able to make something a little sounds, more professional. So I don't
Hmm.
know. There's probably gonna be some people that obviously are just like, I miss like the more like I don't know. I miss the raw, shittier maybe sound, but I don't know. Bands always evolve, and the bands always can. You can't, even if like if I wrote like the same kind of stuff as the first record, people be like, this band just sounds like they write the same songs over and over again. Like,
Yep, you can't
you
win,
can't please
dude.
everybody. You really can't.
No, as long as you're happy and what you're releasing is, exactly
Yeah,
what you thought was going to be. And I'm now, because like Pure Noise is a part of this, which is great because I hear a lot of good things about Pure Noise, like friends from Action Adventure on it.
yeah, yeah,
Seafloor Cinema just got signed to Pure Noise and
yeah,
such. Like, there's a lot of really good collective bands off the label and such. But essentially, when Youth Found started, you were you were putting your content on a YouTube channel called Dreambound. Now,
yeah,
that's not easy to get on because we've tried to put it on a couple times, and like, we have good music, but like I feel like we fit the vibe because they have that Midwest emo, post hardcore,
yeah,
metalcore, whatever. But do you
yeah.
think that if do you think it would have if you put your content on like your own social platforms instead of putting it in front of a large audience like that, that you found would not have the
Yeah,
the fan base behind this? Like, do you think Dreambound was like a huge part of your success because putting yourself in like in front of 300,000 people who subscribe to that channel must have been really
that's
fucking
huge.
cool to get that opportunity? Yeah.
Totally, man. I mean, in all honesty, like when I started the project Bedroom Talk, I just like put I had a few of those songs in the last record that were just like shitty demos on my YouTube channel or SoundCloud, and like no one really listened to them. Like I've never been one to know much about marketing or promotion or anything like that. I just write songs. I just write songs
Right.
because I like writing songs, and like I think that they're cool. And like I'd had a handful of people being like, "This is sweet," but it takes that push. It takes someone that knows what the hell they're doing. And when Dreambound came into the picture, when I started actually recording full band versions of the songs, it was really lucky that they found what I did, and like they kind of liked it, because I think Dreambound is really selective of what they want to put on, which I think is a big reasons why Dreambound like does so well, is because Manny, the guy who's behind Dreambound, is like super particular, it seems. And like I feel like you got to kind of have this vibe that like he just for some reason gels with. And I was super stoked that he was into that. But yeah, like they were a huge help, and I do not think that if we didn't have the help from them, we would not have gotten noticed nearly as fast. Because they played a part. But there's also a lot of bands too. You can put stuff on Dreambound, and not a lot of people like watch it. It's just like kind of like luck of the day, and whenever people like put on something, and it's super random. And I think it's just like a luck kind of thing. And I'm super grateful that when we put out the song Blooms, that was like the first entry, and people
Yeah.
liked it.
People loved
So
it right off the bat. Well, we've tried getting on there as well, and it's really hard to find these platforms to put yourself on out there. And I've discovered my own like niche on TikTok and such. I've talked about a lot on the podcast, but
yeah,
it's crazy. And we were talking off the record. Like my goal is to basically do what Dreambound is doing and like really promote these bands that deserve to be recognized in certain ways where you can get that kind of engagement, because this YouTube channel has a track record of like really fucking prominent bands that are now starting to really hit the mainstream. I mean, like
yeah,
Hollow is going on tour with Dayseeker, and We Came as Romans for the 10 year of To Plant a Seed, and yours truly. I mean, dude, they're just incredible from Australia. So it's like,
yeah.
yeah, that I'm super thankful for you guys to have that platform to do that, because maybe Youth Found wouldn't be the same. Maybe we wouldn't
Oh,
know who Youth Found was, you know?
very true. And I've made sure to always thank Manny from Dreambound every time that I have, in like all the record descriptions. And we've always been a supporter of Dreambound. And I definitely think that he's played a huge part to help out the project, and I really sincerely can't thank that dude enough.
That's so crazy. It just blows my mind, dude. It really
Yeah.
does. Like when you see those kinds of numbers, because like obviously the music's great. Like when I got introduced to Youth Found, it was with Deadlocked. Like right off the bat, like
Oh, nice.
that was
Sweet.
my intro to the band in itself, and I was like, whoof, like, and I was like, oh, Mark's managing this band. Get the fuck out of here. This is sick. Mark's my
Yeah.
old manager. What's up, Woodbridge? But yeah, dude, and like it's just casually been, getting more and more successful over the years too. And with the pandemic, it really hurt everybody. So like,
Oh, totally.
and you're
Yeah.
going on tour with Corey, in 2022. Corey Wells in March for the UK Europe, right?
February, close. Yeah, close enough.
February.
Yeah.
Okay, close enough. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm glad you're able to get out on the road
Yeah, me
that
too.
soon too.
Dude, yeah, I mean, I haven't played a show since like the end of 2019. And I mean, we kind of did we have like a whole like live session that we're going to be releasing soon, so that was like kind of like the closest to playing a show,
Hmm.
which I don't know, it was weird to be playing music again. But all through February it's going to be like an acoustic kind of thing though, so I'm just going to be playing my acoustic guitar, singing, and then I have another member who's playing all the leads and backup acoustic stuff. But regardless, Corey Wells is acoustic act too.
Right.
um, but I've never left this continent, So I'm super grateful that I'll be going somewhere to play the songs that I've written, and just be playing at a different country and different countries, like all these places I've never been, and it's gonna be cool. Even if it's just for like a month, it's gonna be sweet seeing all
Mhm.
these different cities and meeting people that I probably would have never met before. So I'm happy that I could do something like that in my lifetime. So,
Yeah, we have to bug Pure Noise to bring you to the States. That's
dude,
what we
yeah,
gotta
man.
do.
I hope it happens. I mean, I missed doing that. I missed going all through the states. I hope that hope something a cool opportunity for I don't know us to open for a cool band or something like that. I hope something comes our way. But for the time being, nothing yet. But I'm keeping positive for sure.
Nah, we'll make it happen, dude. I'll just talk about you on TikTok and we'll be like, get this band to the fucking States right now. But the thing is, like, there's so many prominent bands from fucking Canada. So it's like you guys, Calling All Captains, We Were Sharks. Like, there's like a
Yeah.
really lot of prominent acts coming out of this country. Like, more so than. Wait, State Champs from Canada? No.
No, I think they're actually from like upstate New York.
Yeah, they are. Okay, yeah. I don't know why
So
I thought they were
to
from Canada.
Canada.
Maybe I'm thinking of Neck Deep because they're from the UK. That's why.
Yeah, yeah, they're
Yeah,
from the
but a
UK.
lot of the prominent bands are really coming from like the Canadian like country and stuff. So it's really cool. And like that was off the record. My first tour in Canada was with the Sharks, and your first tour in the States was with the Sharks. Just
Yeah.
like
When you toured Canada though, did you go to the West Coast like BC or no, or I'm from, or no?
well, we went to like Ontario, Ottawa. No. We went to Toronto, Ottawa,
Montreal.
Hamilton. I think we went to Montreal. Yeah, it was like a weekender. It was like 4 dates. It was really
Oh,
fucking sick.
that just means that you just went all around the East Coast a little
We did.
bit.
We did like a massive circle.
That's
Yeah.
that's when everyone thinks of Canada from the States. That's Canada. When it's like this huge land of nothing, and then like for where I'm from, man, it's like in the very corner of Canada that's on the west coast. It's just like the little lower mainland, and then like the further east you go, it's just fucking like driving for 16 hours until you hit Calgary or Edmonton, and then another fucking like 20 hours until like
Jesus
like
Christ.
dude, Canada's huge,
It's
man.
just nothing. Yeah, it's intimidating
It's
without big it is.
it's like I don't know. It's funny, like you drive through like Wyoming or like all through like Kansas and like all that. That's like the closest to like you know when you're driving through like from where we're from, going all the way to across Canada is like that's why no one really tours Canada. Or that's why a lot of bands don't like to come to Vancouver because like they don't want to drive through the Rockies and it's huge. And also I think, like coming even if you're in Seattle and you want to drive like 4 hours up to where Vancouver is, like no one
Mhm.
wants to cross the border. Yeah, it's pretty.
That's so crazy. So you're that close to Alaska, is what you're saying? Like you're like that
No,
close.
no, no. Alaska's super far up there.
I
What?
hear a lot of weird stories about Alaska and bands coming through. Like it's
I,
very
do,
rare.
do shows even happen up in that state?
They do. This dude Dewey came on the podcast. He has his own called the Peer Pleasure, and like when bands would come through for like all, Alaska shows and shit, they'd be sold out
Yeah.
immediately because they never fucking come, dude.
No.
Like, it's
Yeah,
just
you
like
just
nearly
have true.
impossible.
Yeah, it just makes me feel like I wonder if there's like a scene up there. Just like how I feel like there's not much of a scene in the states and like down in like Mississippi or like Alabama or like is there like do bands even play shows around there? Not really, it
Dude, when we
seems.
were on Warp Tour, we played an Alabama date, and like I think maybe 100 plus people watched Silverstein. I was like, "What the fuck is happening? Why are we in Alabama out of all
Oh
places for this
shit.
tour in the Midwest?" Like there wasn't that many people, and it was so fucking hot that we actually played our set. I think my bass player and I sat in the tent at the time, and after an hour, I was like, "We're going back to the bus. Fuck this, dude. Like we're packing up. Like I don't want to be here right now." And then we just went to a Hooters like fucking 2 miles down the road and just fucking
Nice.
got wasted and talked shit with while we're eating chicken wings. But dude, I don't see a lot of like bands really coming or going into Alabama for shows. It's just like it sounds like it's like in the middle of nowhere. But I
Yeah.
think a couple festivals happen there.
Okay.
So I don't know. Like it's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah, it seems like there's just like there's spots in the States that like no one really tends to like play shows around. Obviously, like Hawaii. Like I don't
Yeah.
know what's down there. That'd be
Fucking
pretty
take a
sick.
boat with all of your
That'd be
equipment.
that'd be amazing.
It would be dude, but guess what? It would be a fucking wild show. Like if you have that much of like a fucking popularity and you with as a band or an artist, like dude, you're easily selling out that show and people are freaking out because you never fucking come around.
I know. That would be pretty sweet. Like or like the Warped Tour cruises that they I don't know if they have those anymore. I don't know.
I don't know. I think he just put the whole Warped Tour thing to rest, but I heard the
Yeah.
cruises were pretty baller.
Yeah, when I saw that shit, I wanted to go so bad to do something like that, but yeah.
You could definitely do something that's like if it's like rock the ship or something. It's like a um I don't know who I forget. I don't even remember what if it's called that, but like there's a company that like throws like a rock show, and you just see all these like biker people and like metalheads that go on this cruise for like a week, and like a bunch of fucking metal and rock bands and all that
Yeah.
shit play. I think it's like Rock the Ship or something. But they take a what line is it? It's like they take a carnival cruise and they just slap their fucking promotional fucking cruise on in front of everything, and it's like, oh, that's the fucking cruise.
Oh wow.
What's it called?
Yeah,
Rock
those
the
things would be
Ship or something.
fucking sweet to do. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, especially when you get to like fucking hang out with the people who are watching your show and shit, and you can just like
Yeah.
drink with them and party. What's it called? Yeah. So speaking of touring, like do you how do you and Pure Noise work with getting the opportunity to put you on the road and to possibly to somewhat like kind of get an idea of who you want to tour with and what your possibilities are, like for someone who is like still in this industry getting their feet wet in sense, or
Yeah.
maybe like the average person who just doesn't really know, like how does the label and your band correlate that opportunity for you to be on
Okay.
tours where you want to
That's
be?
a great question because a lot of people kind of have a misinterpretation, I feel. They think that like the label has things to do with touring and no, not at
Right.
all. No, the label has nothing. The label's done like in terms of like touring, they don't have any say really. Like it's all booking agents. So we're under Sequel Music, and like they have their connections with the whole alternative scene it seems. So our booking agent, they get opportunities to like I guess they get like emails being like there's tours coming up, submit for bands, and they can put in the name for Youth Fountain. But I think like like a booking agent can only do so much. You could submit for like, hey, Youth Fountain, we're on do this, but I think it's ultimately up to like when a band gets like, oh, this band's available. Obviously, the band has to decide if they want to bring on that band, and maybe the manager has a thing to say and stuff like that. So I think that it's ultimately just like the booking agents that play a part in making tours happen really. So yeah, and in my experience at least, it seems that the label is just like just distributing the music, and
They're good with like marketing. They're good
yeah,
with like putting
marketing.
money forward. They're essentially a bank
Yeah,
most
and like
times.
it looks cool to be on a label, and like a lot of people follow the label, and you can be known, through their YouTube or on their Instagram and stuff like that, which is cool. But like that's kind of like seems like what the label is really for, and obviously with financial, if there's any like tour support or like to if they help invest in your project,
For
but
sure.
for shows and stuff, it's literally just all the booking agents. So
Yep,
yeah.
and you can have more than one booking agent because usually when that happens, it means that they're specifically set up for different tours
Yeah,
within different countries. Like if you
exactly.
wanted to
Yeah.
go to the Eastern Hemisphere and go to Japan, you would have a different booking agent than you would have for someone if you were touring if you had a booking agent for Canada.
Yeah, exactly. And for what we have, it seems like it's just we have one for the USA. Canada has been like our booking agent kind of has like some things to do with Canada, but mostly just the states. Even for when we did the Europe, the Europe thing coming up, like I just got an email being like, hey, Corey Wells is looking for an act to open just
To
during.
support and to co-headline in a sense is what it looks like.
Yeah, it was just super random. We just
So
got that
awesome.
opportunity. So yeah, um, that's pretty much my experience for all shows so far.
That's so cool, dude. I think it'll be definitely not too long before you're in the row in the states and stuff, because there's definitely a lot of ways that I'm seeing bands starting to slowly like having problems because it's so early on, still trying to reopen everything and such,
Yeah,
that like by the time like you're ready to come to the states, maybe everything would definitely have a concrete plan of how to go through everything, because a lot of these bigger bands are really struggling
that
um
yeah.
with now you have to provide vaccine cards, which is fine. I'm fully vaccinated and stuff, but like
Yeah.
they don't know what those numbers are going to be like when the tour shows up and everything. So it's still kind of like a gray area of getting fans into these venues and such.
Yeah, so I've heard, and like, um, I don't know, the fact of just like kind of like not playing too many shows at this moment isn't the worst thing in the world, because like you said, it's still super early, and I think that the cases apparently are still happening, and there's like a lot of there still are deaths, but it's for people that like aren't vaccinated. So I've heard. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's such a gray area and stuff, and like I think it's gonna be pretty self-explanatory when this album drops, and people are gonna want you to, they're gonna start demanding you, dude. So then
Yeah,
that's more like a buckle up kind of thing.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, fuck, I'm like I said, I miss touring the states, and I miss like I don't know, I miss seeing new shit, and I miss traveling, and I miss doing that stuff and like having a good time with like my bandmates and stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it, and I really can't wait to be back and see like familiar faces too, that like fans that have supported the project for a while. So
God, it's gonna
yeah,
be awesome. I think what's great for you too is like during these times, like, especially being an artist like yourself, like you have like your side project, which is like the legend you know of
yeah, my
Zelda
story.
in a sense, where
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
creating these custom masks and shields and shit. It's so fucking dope, dude. I was like, no way is he like really replicating the pitch. Like it's perfect. It looks just like Majora's Mask, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I
Like,
mean, that's just been my job of like I don't know. I just work for myself, and I've always been like I don't know. I like to be creative, and I like all things artistic, and I just I don't know. I've always been into woodworking too. I'm actually gonna be making a few like wooden album covers and stuff. If it like
fuck yeah,
I
dude.
don't know.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I bought.
so dope.
Yeah, it's cool. I bought one of those fucking they're called like computer numeric control machines, and you can like do like yeah, you can make like custom wooden like signs, or like you can even do like three-dimensional stuff, and like it's just like this like router that just carves shit for you. It's really hard to kind of get wrap your head around, because I'm not so like intelligent with a lot of computerized shit, but it's been sweet. It's super cool. You can like honestly, the possibilities are endless with technology now, with like carving and
Dude,
shit.
seriously. So all you have to do is go to Instagram and go to Legend of Zanon, and
Yeah,
you will definitely see all of the masks that you create and shields and such. And dude, it's
yeah,
it's very precise though. So it's like it looks so fucking real. Who are your who mostly buys from you? Like people who do cosplay, or are they just
yeah.
fans of the?
Cosplay, and like
Yeah,
honestly, just a lot of like Zelda fans. I don't know, like a lot of
right.
video game fans, and I've built stuff for other people that like wasn't Zelda related or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I've always been I just love the art in a lot of Zelda games and shit, and like I don't know, a lot of people love Nintendo. A lot of people love artistic like replicas of stuff. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been cool. I've done it for a really, really long time now. I guess I started. You can see like a lot of my older work, and then I'm progressively, always trying to craft and get better and better every time. So yeah, man,
Dude,
it's
it's
been
super fucking cool. I don't know if you're a huge fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, but if you did like the Millennium like
dude.
items, stop it.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
Holy
Dude,
shit, that was like I was so fucking into Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I was obsessed, bro.
dude,
Like
dude, I've been spending so much money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards over the pandemic, man. I've like been collecting off of Troll and Toad. I'm still ordering Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man.
I'm so fucking jealous. I just did that a couple of years ago, right? So, dude, I was like, I sold all my cards when I was a teenager, yada yada yada. I wanted some money, wanted to put stuff for my drum set. Then I was like with a friend. I was like, I'm gonna buy just random packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like just random packs, like old school Legend of Blue Eyes,
Oh, you did, eh?
Pharaoh's Servant, yeah.
Yeah.
And then some
Magic Ruler.
yes. There was another one. What was the green pack?
I think that was there was Metal Raiders and Magic Ruler.
Metal Raiders, Magic Ruler, Legend of Blue Eyes, and Pharaoh's Servant. I bought all of those. I think I bought like together like 20 packs because I wanted to build a deck.
Yeah, but were they first edition or not?
No, they weren't first edition.
Yeah, they couldn't have been first edition. Yeah.
No, they weren't first edition. That's why I bought them. But I did pull a Blue Eyes.
Oh, from Legend of Blue Eyes, eh?
I pulled a Dark Magician of Chaos. I was like, what the fuck? They're the best cards in the goddamn deck or the set.
Yeah, it's funny actually. This is hilarious, but I'm actually gonna be making Yu-Gi-Oh playmats, like wooden ones.
Let's go,
dude! It's awesome, man. I'm gonna be starting to do those. Hopefully before Christmas, because I don't know. It's gonna be no one's ever made wooden like playmats for either Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh.
That is true.
Maybe even for a Magic the Gathering, but with the machine I got, me and my roommate were thinking about doing like the whole, to have like a Hyrule, like Egyptian hieroglyphic kind of stuff.
Fuck yeah.
On Yu-Gi-Oh playmat. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited about that. So hopefully people buy those.
I used to nerd out on that stuff all the time, dude. Like they would come through the mall and they would have these competitions and like you had to beat like 3 people in a row. It was like a small, it wasn't like a tournament, but it was like you just played these people in like suits and ties. It was very strange. I think like they were trying to like replicate like Pegasus, like his people. It was insane. So it was like, so I did that. I played like, I beat the 3 people easily. My deck was insane, dude. Before all the cards got banned, like Mirror Force got banned and all this dumb shit. And I lost to the head honcho guy. He had, his deck was so good, dude. He had like 3 Gemini twins.
Oh, the Gemini
Elf.
Yeah,
Gemini Elf?
dude, I should show you my Yu-Gi-Oh card collection. You'd be like shocked at like the cards that I got.
I would be in awe, dude. Cause like that shit is like my whole entire childhood.
I should just quickly show you.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. I can't remember the last time I actually played someone too, because Yu-Gi-Oh's evolved so much that I just like don't know how the rules go anymore.
I'm about to flex on you, okay?
Dude, bad, please.
This is a DDS Blue Eyes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
Bro, you gotta get that rated. It looks so crisp.
The surface, there's a small little scratch on it, but I definitely spent a pretty penny on eBay on it, but yeah, dude, I want to get it graded, but
dude, like small chub right here, dude. Like
yeah, man.
Thank God nobody can see that.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone can see, but I got like there's the DDS Exodia.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I've been collecting many cards. So.
Are those God cards like real? Oh, you got the dice, the promo dice. Jinzo, he's banned now.
Yeah.
Fucking one of the best players. Toon Blue Eyes. Man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been and I don't know if you've been up to date on like Yu-Gi-Oh lately, but there's been like a few like new like Toon cards that have come out and shit. I don't know. It's pretty sweet.
They're fucking sweet though. I miss playing the game. I just don't know how the game works now because it's evolved so much.
Yeah,
like
dude.
You can play one card and like all of a sudden it evolves into something completely different within like the same turn.
Oh, dude, 100%. I'm trying to I pulled this ghost rare of Dark Magician that like I think like goes for like over $1,000 now. Dude, it's absolutely insane. But yeah, so I'm a complete nerd, as you could tell.
Oh, me too. There's something we can relate with. But if you start making those Millennium items, I'll be the first person calling you. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it too, because you can like 3D print all the parts and stuff like that, and like obviously I could just like make a mold out of it and then paint them and stuff. But a lot of people do make them already, but
mhm.
I thought about making them just for fun, just for myself. But maybe one day when I have the time.
Yeah. Did you have, I mean, because like Youth Found's gonna blow up soon, so I mean, like you might not have time to do that at all.
I'm
Did you ever get any like weird requests like
uh,
that people were hitting you up for?
honestly nothing too crazy. I think like surprisingly not. I mean, like somebody gave me the idea to make like a Youth Fountain like wooden album covers, and honestly, I thought about it more, and that's why I wanted to do it. So
It's
I
genius,
don't
dude.
know. It's pretty niche, and I think like obviously like maybe like really dedicated fans that love the project would support me and buy something that I made for them. So I don't know. I'm always open to making new stuff though, and like I said, it's like kind of my only real source of income because music doesn't really, it never really pays that much. So
It's it's hard for it to pay that much.
it's really fucking hard, dude.
But nobody's done that, dude. That is such a sick niche. Like a
Yeah,
wooden fucking album, man. Like I have
yeah,
never seen that ever.
yeah. That's why I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe no one's done it because maybe no one thinks it's cool. But I don't know.
I think it's
I think
fucking
it's
cool, dude. Like
yeah. I think it's cool, but I'm excited. I hope I'm gonna make like a limited run of like the Letters album cover and the Keepsakes album cover.
it's so
So
awesome.
if anyone wants them, they'll only be available for a limited time. So yeah.
That's super cool. How do you feel personally as a musician when you hear somebody say like a band is underrated? Like what do you take into perspective when you hear that word? Like this band is underrated or this artist is underrated?
Rated. I feel like not enough people are hearing the music, and not enough people are. No one's kind of like giving the band a chance, and like just sees it and like, yeah, whatever. Like they're
Hmm.
just like, yeah, they just that they sleep on the band.
Like it's a positive thing. Like it's like, oh, like this is a band that has deserves more recognition in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That is what it means, and it
Right.
just makes me feel like, well, how do I get more people to listen to the music? How do I expand? How do I reach more of a wider audience? I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, neither do I. I do a series on TikTok where it's like bands that are underrated, and like 9 times out of 10, the video blows up because it's in a huge agreement that these bands are underrated. And then I can't wait to do one of Youth Found when the album comes out, or I can do it right now with one of the singles. But it's like because
Yeah.
the video will blow up. I can tell you that right now. But the thing is like especially with like the one that like really hit viral was Rory from Dayseeker, and like I think collectively it's like there's a lot in common between Dayseeker and Youth Found. Like they're definitely two different genres for sure, but you guys have a complete different sound within that respective genre. Like Dayseeker's post hardcore, Youth Found's pop punk, but
Okay.
the sounds that you both produce and you write is very unheard of within your
Hmm.
genre too. Like you
That's
have a lot of grit to your tone, and Rory has like a lot of spacey ambient stuff. So it's like that's not really like used as much with the structure of pop punk in a
yeah.
sense. Which
I
I
mean,
think that's why it's cool that the band sticks out more so than others. More of the
yeah.
times.
I mean, I feel like I've tried more so to sound more like emo than pop punk. I try to like, because like when I think of pop punk, I think of like the bands that sing about their town and pizza. Like
Yeah.
that's when I think of pop punk and like singing about a girl, and singing about, I don't know. That's when I think about pop punk. When I think about emo, I think about being really sad and like hating life. Like that's like the kind of vibe that I've
You
kind of
definitely
felt.
put that in the lyrics with these last two singles. There were some pretty
Oh,
dark lyrics within these
100%. And
songs.
like all my stuff that I've written really kind of is that. And I don't know. Uh, that's kind of more so when I guess the kind of genre of pop punk that I guess I've kind of tried to hold to, and maybe that's what makes Youth Found kind of stand out a little bit more. Is that I don't know, we're not as like the happy neck deep sounding kind of stuff, or like I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think
Yeah.
that I'll probably I always like to lean towards a little bit more grit or like a little bit more aggressive. It's just kind of like what I like.
No, I that's what I like too because I'm a really I thoroughly enjoy like the in your face. That's why I like Deadlock so much. Like I love the in
Yeah,
your face, the grit. Like you have a vocal, like your vocals have something that a lot of people don't have, kind of like what Johnny Craig had, and you can't really replicate Johnny Craig. Like you can't really
yeah.
replicate Tyler Zanon. Like it's essentially the
It's
same
kind of its
realm.
own thing. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. I don't know, and I'm excited though to see on this new record like what songs kind of do the best. Because like I said, there's a few like more aggressive sounding ones. There's some like more pop punk like in terms of more like catchy melodic songs. So I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued to see what people really like the most out of this record, and a
Hmm.
part of me is kind of like, well, I want to do what people really like, despite the stuff that I really like. Because like the stuff that I really like, I guess I kind of like the more aggressive kind of stuff, but like ultimately I do wanna have more people enjoy the music. I want to expand, and I want to make this a career at the end of the day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because I would love to do music full time. I would love to just have this my job, my only job. And I don't really know what that's going to take to do that, but I'll keep trying, and I'm hoping with this next record it kind of helps catapult the band a little bit more, and maybe showcases what kind of music I should be focusing more on writing, despite doing what I love. I mean, at the end of the day, I'll still write songs that like I like and the songs that I actually enjoy.
well,
But
as you should, you know.
yeah, yeah. But like if a lot of people are like your popular stuff's cool, but you should really stick with like the more gritty, aggressive stuff. Then like I will listen to fans. I will listen to people's opinions, as you should. You should always listen to if people don't like something. There's probably a reason why they don't like it, and
Right.
like I wanna do stuff that people do like at the end of the day,
Yeah. Well, everything you've done has been very likable and loved. Like, and for a perfect example of this being like in an emo sense, especially lyrically, this is what caught my ear when I was listening to it
Yeah.
when it was released. Um, it's from Scavenger, so
Okay.
it just came out. Fucking because I watched the music video for it, which was super dark. It was so sick. If
Yeah.
happiness comes in waves, let me drown it in its undertow.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah. I
that's
thought
pretty dark.
when that came into my mind along, like, I guess back in like late 2017, 18, I was like, that's a cool lyric. I fucking love that. I
Dude,
thought it
it
was,
is dark and I love it. Like,
yeah, yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, man, as like, as cliche, so many bands sing about like fucking water and like undertows and shit like that. And like I was kind of thinking, I was like, fuck, is this kind of cliche? So many bands sing about, I've heard that in so many songs, but I'm just like, I don't know, it's a cool lyric. Fuck it, I guess I'll keep it in.
no, I'm glad you kept it in because it fucking makes sense, dude. Like, it
Yeah,
definitely gives a good representation of the song in itself. Like, looks like
totally.
it's trying to, like, you're trying to reassure yourself in this song, maybe?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
think it was a super existential crisis song when I was writing it. I was like definitely in a really dark place, and I've struggled my whole life with, depression and, life in general. So
Yeah.
when I was it was definitely in a darker time writing that song. But I still, whenever I am writing songs, it's usually darker. It's usually darker. I don't think I've ever written a song where I'm happy. I don't think I ever do that. I
Like,
can't. I don't know why. I just can't do it. Whenever I'm trying to write a song, if I try to write a happy song, I can't. I just can't
it
do
just can't
it.
come out. It's like you're forcing
No,
it's like you're forcing to lie to yourself. Like, I can't lie to myself. Like, I can't write this
no,
happy song right now.
no. I genuinely wonder if I will ever write a song that like where I'm like happy. I think dude, ever since I was like a 12 years old or 13 when I started writing like really shitty little songs as a kid, even then it was fucking sad. Like
Oh, dude, I can definitely relate to that. I was never a vocalist, but like I'd keep that journal and write some dark shit, like
oh
trying to be a singer. But dude, I mean, it's just that's your niche, bro. So like, I mean, it's just who
yeah.
you are as an artist. So
Yeah, I mean, who
it's
knows? Who knows where I'll be when I'm like 35 or 40? Who knows? Maybe I'll fucking write happy fucking country songs or something. Or or like I'm
Dude, you never know. But dude, a lot of people can relate to these lyrics too, which is another thing too. Like I could definitely relate to some of these lyrics, and it's
oh,
like perfect example I think with Bring Me the Horizon, and I think it's like happy, like that like I remember listening to the lyrics. I'm like, is this motherfucker like it just screams sarcasm like within this song. Like
oh
it's
yeah,
just like you're not happy. You know what I mean? Like so it's just um like I love those kinds of lyrics. I love that kind of personal touch to the
totally.
song and stuff. And throughout this album, for when it's released on November 5th, Keepsakes and Reminders, what is there like a told message, or is there like a specific
Yeah,
vision that you want people to kind of grasp when this thing drops?
I mean, I feel like when I was starting to write it, I didn't really have any idea of like what if what album art could be like or what a theme could kind of be. But like as I was collectively writing demos and ideas, there was a song called Dark Gray, and in the chorus I talk about what was the lyrics? It was something like I've been finding like pieces of her in keepsakes and reminders. So it was kind of like it was that was a song like the lyric is it's a very chick song. It's a very girl song. I'm sure
Nice.
you'll it's coming out with the record. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of like I don't know, cool visual of like when like relationships end or even friendships, because I talk about a lot of like friendships ending, um, relationships ending, like just dying in general, of like death and when life is over. That's kind of like the whole thing, and dealing with death of loved ones and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's all very sad in that kind of sense. And like when you're kind of just left at the end of something that was good, or like memories of better times, old photographs, little like trinkets and stuff like that. And like have you ever had those kind of moments where you just kind of think back and you're just like, fuck, I miss those days? It's like a reminiscent kind of album. there's like there's nostalgia in the lyrics, there's all that kind of stuff. So when I was thinking about that, I was like, I don't know, maybe it'd be cool to have like a little album cover of just like fucking like trinkets like on like a floor or something like that, and then I kind of like just collected old antique items and shit like that, and that was kind of the whole theme of like I think that was kind of the idea that I had, and I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was like a cool little idea. Then I stuck with it. So that's kind of the overall message. Maybe not in every single song that's on the record, but enough to be like, hey, that's cool enough to be like an album thing, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean the album art looks incredible, and for
Yeah,
it to be related to, like you just said, like you're taking it back. Like, don't you want to go back to those days when you like think
yeah,
about it? I've had plenty of times where like, man, I wish I could just go back to these days, and they're very specific memories. So, but these
yeah,
items on the album are drawing from that memory. That makes
yeah, exactly,
sense.
stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was kind of a cool little idea. So that's kind of the overall message, so to speak.
Dude, that's incredible. I mean, I'm excited for the album, dude. I mean, these two singles kind of blew me away because
Sick.
I've been a fan of it since I heard Deadlocked, but it's like because I'm not gonna be like one of those people like, oh, I've known you guys since this EP. No, no, dude, I found you guys a little later on,
That's
so
fine. I don't care.
which I know, which I'm glad too, because like it you kind of help make my playlist sound good when I put them on Spotify. So
Awesome. Dude. I mean, I don't care whenever anyone has found out about the music that I've done. Like, man, I'll be stoked. I'm actually more stoked when I see new people coming around, being like, I've never heard of this band, but like now I'm a fan, because that makes me feel like I'm doing something right. Because I want to
yeah.
gain, I want to gain, and like it's cool to be in a niche pocket, but you want to expand and have more people enjoy what the fuck you're doing. So yeah.
Yeah, seriously. How would people in underground bands or especially bands that like are fans of your vocals, how would you suggest going to possibly having you feature on their music for
Oh,
their
I mean,
releases?
I've had a few people, hit me up and stuff like that. I've featured on like really good friends' like EPs or like
Mhm.
singles and stuff. But when it's people that I really don't know and they're like messaging the band and they're offering to pay and stuff like that, then like I will always consider doing a feature. It's another job that could be, I could if I can make any kind of like financial help doing something
Seriously.
and stuff like that. I'm totally into that. I did a feature for a band called Catapults that should be coming out sometime this year. And like that was a paid gig. So if anyone ever wants to pay me to feature in a song, I will definitely do it because yeah, I mean like I said, my only other job is just fucking wood carving, and fucking it's hard to be living in this day and age. So I will gladly use any kind of thing that I can do to support my rent and bills that I have to pay.
Well, I can't wait to tell my band to hit you up. So you already got me,
Hell yeah, dude! If you
dude.
need it, I'll do it.
Oh, dude, we're the stuff we're writing is cool, but like we're trying to get a lot of guests that came on the podcast to kind of feature on the album. But you're definitely, and like that's the thing too, dude. Like I see, like for this podcast, like it's just an opinion off of like how I go about these guests. Like if I have a guest on, I just truly believe in the music. Like there's this band called What Makes Sense. I've talked about it plenty of times, dude. They sound like they're so underrated, but they're super super young. They sound like Wonder Years mixed with State Champs mixed
Oh, cool.
with Neck Deep. But it's like their discography is pretty good, but the song they released recently was like, damn, this shit's a bop. Hopefully it's like that for the near future. But
Sweet.
just try to talk good music and let the audience like have an opportunity to dissect who you are, who these people are, and then
Totally.
essentially like go to the music and see what happens from there.
Damn.
Because you're absolutely killing it. I just can't wait for this album. I think this is gonna be a nice like shockwave to the pop punk emo scene. Be like, wow, like this is something completely different. Like that's how I view this album so
Sweet. I
far.
mean, that's that's the goal, man. That's the goal. I hope. I'm just like, I've worked super hard to try to, keep doing what I love, and at the end of the day, like I love doing what I love, but I wanna reach more people. I want the project. I want this album to do better than the last one, at least,
Right,
because
exactly.
that's the goal. That's even if it's like one more stream. If there was like a way to see a graph and it was just a little bit better, then like fuck, that's a win to me because you want people to be giving a shit about what you're doing. You want people to be, finding your music. You want people to, if you're working so fucking hard every day to try to make it happen, even if like you love what you're doing, but if you're not kind of like gaining anything from it, it's like it makes you kind of question. It's like, should I be doing this? Should I be trying to find like a real job? Should I be doing, because sometimes I
Right.
sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I know people love the stuff, but it's like, fuck, I hope I can support myself. I hope I can do this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, I want to kind of give you some reassurance because like I want to fucking like explain to you like what happened with me. Like my band, like I don't want to talk about my band, but like, I'm just giving you an example. Like we're basically nobodies. Like we were on Warped Tour. It's fun. My band members are talented. But the story of this is like, so I started doing the TikTok thing, and like we basically quit as a band, but basically like um I posted one video on TikTok. It was like, this is the next generation of pop punk, and it was
Yeah,
like 7 8 bands, and I put our band in it.
yeah.
We went from 200 monthly listeners on Spotify to like 7,000 within like 2 days. So
Wow.
it's like
Fuck yeah.
it's cool, but that also like kind of showed them and myself like, oh, maybe we are that good. You know what I
Yeah, yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like so, you know, it didn't, and now it's back down to like 2,000 monthly listeners, but essentially, um, as long as your music is getting out there and it's being heard, dude, like, dude, it's really great stuff, and I can easily seeing it being like, I'm not gonna put it on a pedestal, but I just know that I can see a lot of good coming from this album when it drops.
Totally. Yeah, I mean,
It's just very incredible already for the first two singles.
thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, I definitely tried. I fucking worked my ass off to make it happen, and it's just a matter of finding the right ways to market it and promote it and get it heard. And
Yeah,
that's
I'm sure your team is working really hard with you too.
yeah, totally. And it's just that's the ball game. There's so much more to being in a band than just making music, and like that's the only thing that like I really know the most what to do is just to make songs, and like just to have the ideas come from my head, and that's my strongest suit. But when it comes to promoting and knowing how the fuck to get more people to hear it, I guess I don't know much what I don't know much
Yeah,
about.
seriously. Yeah, yeah. Neither do I. I just like I tell people I'm like the Guy Fieri of fucking alternative music. I have nobody knows who I am, but I have a mustache and I recommend like really good bands. So they're like, I don't know who this guy is, but he looks ridiculous and he knows his music. And Guy Fieri looks ridiculous and he knows really good food. So there's definitely like I think I'm just gonna call myself like something correlated with Guy Fieri soon. We'll see though.
Well, you gotta be wearing like the fucking flame shirt and stuff, though. You gotta.
So I have a mustache and he has a goatee with like what, like bleach blonde, fucking spike tipped hair.
Oh yeah.
So I have all right. So I'm gonna dye my mustache blonde. No,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna dye my mustache a color that's like obnoxious, and then like wear something that also looks obnoxious too. I don't know what it is, but
Purple mustache and I don't know. Purple mustache and like a trench coat.
dude, that screams pedophile.
No.
Like, I don't know if we should fucking. He has good music suggestions, but I don't want to talk to him in person. Like,
I just thought of this. The first thing that came to my head, I was like, I don't know, purple mustache and a trench coat.
yo, there goes George Powell, his fucking creepy ass trench coat. What's he got? I just like opened it up. I got like, yo, do I have really sick underrated bands in these fucking CDs?
Yeah,
like, you want to take a listen, dude?
all the CDs, like all like in the jackets.
Yo, I got really good tunes. You want some? Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's funny. That's fucking amazing. Yeah.
Oh
Probably
my
laughing about that for the rest of the day.
god, dude. Yo, I talked to this dude on a podcast. He's gonna be like the next Guy Fieri, but he's gonna look like a fucking pedophile when he fucking comes around, dude. Like,
Amazing. Oh, buddy.
oh god. I mean, is that not the stereotype for a white straight pop punk male in our scene? A fucking pedophile. So
You see him at like fucking like a music festival, and no one wants to adopt him.
nobody wants to talk to me. I start going into the pit. People start walking away from me. It's like Moses with the Red Sea, dude. I just start walking. People just move the fuck out of the way, bro.
Oh, that's beautiful. Fucking A.
Oh man.
I don't know how tall you are, but if you're like really tall,
I'm 5'11", but I feel like that's tall enough to be something
that's tall
creepy
enough.
like that. Yeah.
I'm like 5'6" at like on a good day, so I don't know. I'm not very tall, but like being close to 6 foot, that's
Yeah.
good. Trench coat, purple
5'7". I'll put like fucking some kind of boots with fucking extra inches on it, so I'm hitting 6'1". Yeah. Fuck. Wow. My mind was just blown. Just stare. I'm just gonna be the stereotype fucking pop punk guy. My lord.
Yeah.
Oh. I interview bands that are like, we'll just do Skype. We won't talk to you in person. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
I mean, have you ever done an in-person like podcast yet, or no?
I'm buying a lot of equipment right now, so we're definitely gonna be doing it soon for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, this episode will be out way before I release this video, but like I gotta start doing stuff in person too. So like I'm gonna go to Dance Gavin Dance on the 2nd of October in Philly, and I'm gonna ask people how well they know Dance Gavin Dance lyrics but it's specifically John Mess's lyrics because like his lyrics.
No one knows what the hell he's talking about.
Dude, exactly. Like there's no way. Like so I'm gonna be like, if you can say this is a lyric and you can tell me what song it's from, and you can get 5 in a row, I'll give you their album, like signed or something. I don't know. So I don't know, but nobody's gonna fucking win.
are you doing like an interview with Dance Gavin Dance or?
No, I wish. I did an interview with Sergio from Idola.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible musician, but that band's fucking doing really well with that album. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, how did you listen to it? Did you get a chance to dissect
No,
it?
no, I haven't. I've heard of them. I haven't listened to their stuff though.
Yeah, the
Search.
album's called The Architect. It's really not that bad. It's really fucking good. Like,
Sweet. Yeah. Cool. I'll check them out. I mean, that's cool that you're going to Dance Gavin Dance though, because they're definitely a long time band that I've listened to for since I was like a young teenager. So that's really cool.
oh, so they're like one of your main influences, per se.
I wouldn't say main influence, but I mean, my older brother, he fucking like loves them. It's like his favorite band for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I grew up with like I grew up with him listening to like the original like Downtown Battle Mountain and like all this stuff. And he always fucking he stands with Dance Gavin Dance. And like I like a select few of their songs. I went to go see them with Under Oath probably like a couple years back.
Oh,
And they're a fun band to see live, man. They're fucking insane.
yeah, they're trippy. That's like I had to explain this to someone. I was like, it's like progressive music, but if you take acid, like that's basically what Dance Gavin Dance is.
Yeah, they got their funk in there and fucking crazy ass. I don't know, breakdowns. There's the John Mass is screaming and shit like that.
Wiggly fucking guitar shit that like nobody
Lyrics
knows what's
like
going
have
on.
they make no sense. I mean, sometimes I wish that I could just do that and just write fucking anything, absolutely anything that comes to your mind, which is cool.
You can literally just write down like, I'm gonna eat this cereal. Fuck,
Yeah.
I'm late for my
exactly.
like.
That's a lyric.
Yeah,
That's
dude, and it works for some reason.
Is that actually a lyric by them?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay,
like,
because that sounds like it would be.
I'll do a test since I've already done the segment. I'll give you a test right now and see if you can fucking all you have to do is say yes or no. That's all.
I won't know much of anything, especially if it's newer stuff. But
maybe I'll try to find some older stuff then.
yeah, maybe like anything from Downtown Battle Mountain or even Downtown Battle Mountain Part 2, maybe. I'm probably not even much. I probably will fail this instantly.
Oh, that's okay because I already failed and I tested myself. So you. I can't say it without laughing. Fuck your ass. I don't want your cereal.
Oh, dude, I don't know. What song is that?
I don't know. I haven't like researched the actual here, I'll tell you in a second. I'm just gonna copy and paste. I haven't. See, that's what I have to do. I have to like research the actual lyrics because like I love Dance Gavin Dance. I'm not a massive fan. Like I'm not gonna like say oh I love this band and stuff. It's from Elder Goose.
Oh, okay. I remember that name of the song, but I would not. Half the time, I have no idea what the fuck he's even saying. Like I can't understand him. So.
So funny, dude. Yeah, so I gotta do my research and like pick the song and stuff. But nobody knows. But yeah, so essentially, live shows are coming back. What do you have planned for after the album is released on the 5th? Do you have music videos coming along with it as well that you're either working on or they're in the bank and such, or what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think on October 14th or 13th, somewhere around there, we're gonna have our next music video for the next single, which is a little bit more of a pop punk for sure. It's less post hardcore sounding and more of like it's very pop punk, the next single, which it's catchy and I really like it. So that's the next one. And then I think like a day before the record comes out, we're releasing our live session that we did, so people can buy tickets for that and kind of watch like on demand of us playing our live set with all like our new singles and stuff like that. And I actually mixed it and I mastered it, and I'm really happy with how it sounds. It's fucking I like listening to the live session we did more than the actual album. So yeah.
Wow. No way.
I think the album's cool. I love it, but like there's something about the way that like my voice sounds in the live session that like I like it more. I don't know. I highly encourage you to check it out once we announce like tickets on sale, and I think a lot of people will dig it, so I'm excited about that. And anything after that, though, I think there's another single that's just like a lyric video we'll be releasing. I think like a couple days before the record comes out, and then after that, it's just kind of celebrating this record, promoting it, pushing people to listen to it, pushing all the songs, and then hopefully we release like a deluxe edition of the record as well with like the live session that we did, like for people to listen to on like Spotify and iTunes, because like I really like the label likes it too. They thought that it sounds good enough to make like into its own thing. So yeah, so
Dude.
people will be able to hopefully listen to that. And then it's the Europe tour, and nothing else really planned after that. Maybe, I mean, hopefully a US tour happens, after that. Crossing my fingers for that.
Yeah, no, that'll
And
definitely happen. We'll do this in
yeah,
person when that happens for sure.
totally. And maybe I'll do like a acoustic EP part two. I might do like with the new singles and stuff, do like a whole new acoustic EP. That'd be a lot of fun. And then honestly, writing new music on the side. That'll be it. I already wrote one new single that I'm super stoked on. So I'll just keep writing for the next record, or maybe even the EP. I don't know. Probably a record, but yeah.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. But like again, I think this album is gonna be a huge banger coming out of the fucking gates when it drops on November 5th.
Totally.
Tyler from Youth Found, please go check out that band on Spotify, all streaming platforms. It's gonna be a really good fucking listen, and check out their old stuff. His music is on the next gen pop punk playlist that I have, which is being updated all the time and such. But I appreciate you coming by. I'm
Totally,
really
dude.
excited for this album.
It's
Um,
been a it's been a pleasure. It's been a lot of fun.
Dude, absolutely. And if there's anything you need, or if there's anything we can collaborate on, let me
Well,
know,
yeah,
and we'll
yeah, dude.
definitely
I mean,
fucking work together.
like I said, I'm always up for a little bit of a paid gig for doing a guest vocal. So you'd be supporting the hell out of me doing that and helping me buy some food. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
And you'll be helping us by making our music sound even better than what it already is.
well,
So,
I'm anything to help, man. Anything I can do, and yeah, I always love featuring on bands as singles or something like that. So hit me up.